Hey everybody, got a game on the board. My opponent's rated 1001 and we've got a 10-minute game, no increment. And we've got the Sicilian. So e4 followed by c5. So with c5, black is trying to exert control over this square and stop me playing d4. But now I can play d4 anyway. This is the open Sicilian. Takes. Normally the knight doesn't take there, yeah, okay. So now he's doing this kind of dragon set up. He's going to put his bishop there, his knight there, and how do we play against this? Right, I don't want to take the knight because that would just evaporate some lead that I have. If bishop's going to come to here and attack this knight, there will be two attackers on the knight, and only one defender in the form of my queen, so let's bring the bishop out as another defender. Probably bring my bishop out and maybe threaten this knight, or bring it out to here maybe as well. Okay, so that's fine. Let's bring the bishop out there. Expect the knight probably to come out here, but if it does, I've got that, haven't I? That is attacked twice. There. Right, let's get the other knight out, I think. Looks fine. So I'm going to try and compete for some advantage in this game from early on. Okay, that's interesting. So e6, he's put his knight here. He's probably learnt this theory. Looks all good. Okay, still two attackers on that, but two defenders as well. So, all right. So I think the idea now is to play my bishop in here and try and get rid of this guy. Because this is a decent setup, but the dark squares are weak. See, this knight is on a dark square, so it's only defending light squares. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3 attackers. He's got 1, 2, 3 defenders. So if I take with my pawn, he'll take with this pawn. If I don't take, I'm going to have to retreat, but I'm going to have to retreat anyway. So pawn takes. Could threaten this knight. Pawn takes this pawn, brings my knight in, that's all good. Okay, let's hassle the knight. Still two attackers, two defenders on there. If he wants to take me, it kind of improves my knight. Yeah, okay, so let's go in now, try and swap this guy off. Oh! Damn. Okay. Well, now I can take this knight. Oh, now he takes back with his knight. Ah, he's won a piece. You clever bugger. All right. Well done. Right. So, I want to get rid of that guy if I can. Let's start by centralizing the rooks, or do we need to do something with this pawn? Can't really push it. I can take... Then pawn takes, that's going to open up a line for his rook. Okay, now, clearly what I want to do is get my queen in there, so... I want to hit the bishop. If I move the knight, bishop can take here. So I want to get my queen onto that diagonal, don't I? Let's move the rook there, just to defend this pawn. This bishop's key now. Really, really key to black's position. Okay, rook can't take. I'm attacking the bishop. I want to get the bishop off of this diagonal. If I can. Haha. You're getting wise. Alright, now, I can't get a knight in there. This is the problem. Knights don't like these pawn structures. Because the only way in is via a light coloured square, and I can't get in because they're all covered. Yeah. So I'm going to play that now just to protect this. I want to free up this guy. I mean, having a whole rook defending one pawn is just a bit of a waste of material, so yeah, that's fine. I was going to move it anyway. playing quite quick. Now he's slowed down. I think knight here, though, to capture that bishop would be a real win. But I don't know where my knight's going to go from there, that's the problem. Doesn't really have prospects. That pawn's undefended. No, it's not. Knight's undefended now, though. Okay, let's play this anyway. Make my opponent think on his own time. I've always got bishop there to hit the queen, but at least this bishop right now is does mean the king's got no squares to go to, which is something. I'm attacking this pawn. I've got queen and rook on that pawn. But I like the fact that my opponent's got all of his pawns on light squares now, which makes my bishop quite powerful. Okay, so he's moved back there, that's fine. What do we do? I'm going to have to break through, aren't I? Pawn break. Come after this pawn. The thing about this pawn having moved forwards is it does create something of a target. I think the f pawn is the right pawn to use. Can't move the h pawn because the queen can just simply take it straight away and then I'm very vulnerable. But this pawn at least is defended by a rook. If I go here, bishop takes, knight takes, pawn takes, queen in, potentially, not right now, but could be. Okay, the queen's somewhere on g-file and threatening to come in. This bishop's kind of doing an important job right now. Ooh. Okay, so that's the idea. So if I push takes, 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 can't recapture. Okay. Now everything's on light squares apart from that bishop. Look. I'm just going to push a pawn and see what happens. Make my opponent think. Come on. You're a piece up, but how are you going to win the game? You've got less than 7 minutes. Sometimes you just need to use the clock. Okay, now, do I want to take this bishop off the board? He's got all his pawns on light squares. If I take that, queen takes, takes. I don't know. This just feels like my knight is a better piece. Here. Where does knight want to go? It kind of wants to end up. That would be a lovely place for it in a way. If I take the pawn, queen takes, rook takes. Don't really want to do that when I'm a piece down. Play that. Always got this move. Queen needs to defend this bishop. My bishop here is also looking at that square. Okay, that's fine. I'll play that. He has got this. But that would be exposing the king a little bit, wouldn't it? 6 minutes and 10 seconds. He's playing very well for 1001. Very well. Knight there. Okay. So what's he got his eye on this pawn, eh? Let's defend it. Means I'm not attacking that bishop anymore, so the queen doesn't have to defend it. But that bishop might come around there. Knight takes, pawn takes. Kind of opens things up a little bit. No one can go there because I'm guarding that square. Apart from the knight. Okay. I take, queen takes and rook takes. Looking at an undefended pawn. Let's play this. Looking at both of these, they are both currently guarded by the queen, defended by the queen. The queen's kind of overworked at this point. I take and queen takes, then she's moved on to a dark square. Okay, you don't fancy that idea. Alright, so there, queen takes. I'm going to lift a rook. Maybe come here. But how can I dislodge this? Well, I suppose I can take it with the knight, can't I? Oh, that walked into that one, didn't I? Walked into that one, mate. Shocking. Okay. Everything's kind of defended too. I'm going to take the knight. So now I hold rook down, am I? Yeah. Hold rook down. Wow! And he's grabbed another pawn. Ooh, wow. Okay. Less than 5 minutes to go, but he's playing very accurately. Interesting to analyse this one at the end. I do believe... Oh, you grabbed another pawn, have you? Do believe that people who put up open challenges, you are more likely to come across engine cheaters that way. I'm not saying this guy's cheating, and you've pinned my knight. That is not bad play whatsoever. Okay, so I'm going to move the king out of the way. No, he has no light square bishop, but if you take that knight, I'll be very happy, man. Because then I've got bishop back here. Oh yes, that'll do me. That will do me, pal. So I've got mate in 2 potentially here. And you can't stop it with that. That rook is defended. He's actually got all his pieces coordinated now. You can't take that. I'm going to put my bishop there and try and use this dark square. He really should not have swapped up his dark squared bishop. And it's absolutely vital defender. You've got all these lines, these open dark squared lines around the king now. I'll do very well to rescue this game though. Okay, and where do we go here? Back here. Potentially g4, kick the knight away. Ooh. Okay, I have this, and then put the queen in, but first the knight is to go. 3 minutes 26. Can you win, black, in that time? Okay, let's just quickly... Goldfish. Knight's defending that, pawn's defending that. Oh, wow, whoa. Let's play this. Do want to kick the knight away now. Let's create an escape square. Okay, queen is still defending everything. Okay, all right, this rook's undefended. Could go here though, yeah. Not too surprising. And still I have this problem that the knight is guarding this mating square here. So what do we do here? I have to say, this guy is not playing like a 1000. Queen here, I've got possible checks. And that just surely blunders a piece, doesn't it? Queen can't take there, king takes. Rook can't take there. So we are now... different story. That's undefended. Okay, so is that. Move my bishop here to defend the pawn. 2 minutes 12. Right, I'm now actually ahead on the clock. So now I'm thinking about checks and annoyances. If I back rank, he's going to go here or here. I'm going to disrupt his pawns. If he takes, I'll like play Queen F1 and try and use the clock against him. So maybe, okay, he's looking at Queen there now. Oh yeah. You cheeky beggar. Right. Now he can take, because Queen can't recapture because he's got mate. I've got bishop there. Okay, I can trade queens, but that's losing. So I have to go back here. He's still defending that pawn. Oh, he's got mate. I can't move the queen. Can't move the queen. Now he's going to play this. And I'm done for. No, he can't play that. I've got bishop takes. Alright, that's fine. He's still threatening mate, and I don't have any checks. If I push that pawn, he takes, and yeah, nothing I can do here. He's going to make me. Now, mate. Wow, 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 wow. Right, I'm going to look at the report on this fella. Interesting one. First, did we 10-minute unrated? Good game. If he was a cheater, he wouldn't be playing unrated, would he? But that was 5 blunders from me and 2 missed wins. He made 3 mistakes. Wow. Look at that. So where did it go wrong? This is all book. Okay, yep. Bishop e3 is best. Good, I'm happy about that. Defending the knight. Because we're anticipating the bishop coming out with then 2 attackers on here. Okay. c4. c4 at that point. Getting some central control in space. Okay. This is all good so far, and I'm actually slightly in front at this point. Knight to e7. I didn't like it as much. Castling is excellent. So it was saying I should put my knight in here. Yeah, because check there would have forced the king to move, wouldn't it? So that is quite a threat. I wasn't even looking at how I could threaten black so early on. But yeah, I mean, when he's invested his moves in this setup here. To force the king to move would really have made life difficult for that rook. So yeah, moving one of my knights there and threatening this. Just didn't spot this weakness here. Castle is excellent. Castling is best. I'm still slightly better here. d5. And then bishop b5 is a blunder. He says I should have taken the pawn here. So why is bishop b5 a blunder? Because of e5. Knight takes c6. Wow, it's hard to see that one. Let's play it through. e5. I take. B takes. Then it says bishop takes. Why? Knight takes that. Still very good for black. But I can't figure out why it was a blunder, really. Or is it just that this was so much better? He takes d5 and I'm still the advantage. So he's got pawn takes. If pawn takes, that wouldn't. Come on, let's see what the engine says. Okay, or knight takes even. But white's still slightly better in this position. But why? That's the issue. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So bishop takes now. Yeah, I mean, see, my light squared bishop is less important. So we can give that up, right? Because he's got all these pawns on light squares there. This guy was the key. But really, yeah. Or was this simply the point where did I go down a piece? Not yet. It's about here, wasn't it? So let's see what happened in the game. Okay, so I played bishop there. He plays rook there, which was a mistake. That's apparently a blunder. He says I should have taken the pawn now. He's got 3 defenders. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. I mean, that's the big blunder of the game. The other one I just don't get. See, sometimes you look at the analysis and go, doesn't make any sense to me. And what that means is there's nothing that's right in front of you to learn. You know, it's not your next lesson to learn if you can't figure out why. But this was a blunder. I mean, that's simply a case of counting attackers and defenders. He's got 2 attackers on there, and I just went ahead very, very blinkered with my plan to try and remove this bishop, and I threw a piece away. And the game. So there you go. Count attackers and defenders. Okay. Before I move this bishop, what is this bishop doing now? Well, it's a defender of the knight. Count attackers and defenders. I move there. Boom. Simple. But he did very, very well. Played very accurately. I mean, 87 accuracy is extremely good for a 1,000 player. So, you know, fair play to you. Well done, Noisy Break. Good game. And another lesson. And it's always the same things, guys. It's always the same things. Count attackers and defenders. I mean, that is not advanced chess. But clearly, it's a lesson I've still got to learn. And especially when I'm playing lower rated players, I've got to treat it as though I'm playing a FIDE master. You know, you should treat every player the same. Never just let up. Because I just thought, I know what the plan is in this kind of scenario. I want to get rid of the dark square bishop, and I just took my eye off the ball for a moment. My opponent did the right thing, grabbed the advantage, and saw it through to the end. So well done him, and another learning day for me. See you later.